Hey guys, Jacob Howard here, and today we're going to be talking about follow flights. Personally, this type of flying is one of my favorites. The first time I saw follow flight footage, I thought it was fake, but let me assure you it is more than attainable and super fun to do. Follow flight consists of 2 or more drones following each other, usually in a predetermined path. You will have one drone flying around and the other behind it, trying to keep the drone it is following in the center of the screen. Here are a few tips for your first and subsequent follow flights. Tip number 1, fly on different channels. If you fly multiple drones at the same time, you'll always want to make sure that they're on channels far enough apart that they don't interfere with each other's video link. For this reason, make sure to plug in both drones and wait at least 30 seconds to make sure nobody loses video signals before taking off. If someone does lose video signal, then change your channel until it's looking good. Tip number 2, take off and hover. When first taking off, you want to make sure you do so one at a time and hover nearby. This gives you time to further make sure that there aren't any issues with video signal and allows you to line up for the flight. As you start flying forward, you will want to start out slowly and gradually get faster, communicating what speeds the chase drone needs to be going. Tip number 3, communicate and plan. Communication is crucial when it comes to follow flights. We have tested out follow flights with the pilots communicating and the pilots not communicating. The ones with communication worked much better and they were able to get much better footage. Before takeoff, make sure you know who is following who and get an idea of what your flight path will look like. Then, as you take off, both the pursuer and the pursued should be communicating on speed, direction, and what they are doing next. If the pursued drone is going too fast, the pursuer needs to communicate to slow down so they can catch up and get the shots they need. If the pursued pilot plans to make a left turn or dive a cliff, they need to communicate that to the pursuer and give as much notice as they can. I find it best to leave a constant line of communication open between the two pilots. Constantly talk to each other on what you need and what you are doing. Open communication will lead to better footage and a much lower chance of colliding midair. Tip number 4, fly in open spaces. For the pursued drone, flying around or in tight spaces isn't really a problem. You can fly like you normally do, but for the pursuer drone, it is very difficult because all of their attention is on keeping the drone centered in the frame. This makes it difficult to avoid obstacles or do tight turns. Most of the time when I'm following a drone, I keep them centered on the screen and focus my attention on them, using my peripheral vision to avoid obstacles. This takes a lot of practice and skill, so definitely something you want to practice in open spots. Tip number 5, use color. When you're doing a follow flight, the drone you are following usually blends in very well with the surroundings, often making it hard to follow while flying. To combat this, we usually try to put something on the drone that will help it stick out from the environment. This can come in the form of LEDs on the arm or motors, colorful props, GoPro mounts, or canopies. All these little things can really help keep track of the drone as you fly and once again lower the chances of crashing. Tip number 6, fly smooth. Not only will it be easier to follow a drone if you are both flying smooth and even, but it will also look better in the final footage. It doesn't work well to do any crazy tricks if you are the pursuer because you won't be able to see the drone you are following. As you get better at it, it is fun to record the drone you are following doing some flips and such. Just make sure you have them planned out. Follow flights can be super fun and a really good way to practice precision flying and communication with other pilots. You can also practice it on a simulator using their online features. It's always good to get in practice on the simulator before trying it for real. If you guys have any questions, definitely let us know and have fun flying.